Hey guys, Demonic Reviews here, back again with another video. This is my album of the year list. This is about 35 CDs in total. This is the only albums I own. There are quite a few that I do not own that I did enjoy, such as Enterprise Earth, Chelsea Grin, Arch Enemy, Desecrate the Faith. I believe was that one band that released their album 3. Yeah, and I'm gonna get right into it because I only have a little bit left in memory. So first up is a black metal projects demo. I do have the full length on the way, as well as another copy because I got this through Metalhead Box and I wanted a signed. This is Chamber of Mirrors with Apocalyptic Dream. I got this through the Metalhead Box, as I just mentioned. I'm actually wearing a shirt from Metalhead Box. Also, I did feel sick the last couple of days. I ended up having to call off work, which unfortunately sucked. I know it sucks, but what am I gonna do? I can't go bag people's stuff and feel sick because hazard. Anyway, this is an awesome black metal release. Very raw, very in your face. Not over the top annoying, however, like I find a lot of black metal to be. That is not to say black metal is not a good genre. I actually just bought a black metal album, or got a black metal album right here, so obviously I do enjoy some, but it has to be done in a specific way for me to enjoy it. Speaking of, next up is the EP by Archgo, All Christianity Ends. So this is the first Archgo release I've ever bought. I blind bought this thinking that this was an earlier release that I just happened to be lucky and come across, but I was actually wrong, and it, yeah. I don't know what was saying. And it, was just barbaric from start to finish. I mean, you literally feel like you're in an unholy spot in life. Destroyer 666, Never Surrender is up next. This is the box set. When I hear box set, I usually think of like the giant boxes like Warbringer did, where it has like a little thing and it has like a flag, maybe a shirt or something. I don't know. Some people do that. A vinyl and a CD, maybe a patch, and sometimes a little trinket like this, or maybe they'll have like a little figure like they did for Mania Cult by Aborted, I believe. I should have bought one when I was there because that was really fucking cool. But here's the little Digisleeve. Very good return from these guys, in my opinion. I understand that not many people like them for some allegations. Mind you, I did not know about that until after I bought that. Yeah, and mind you, I also have 2 albums at number 1, so yeah, you'll see. Next up is another is a split between some friends of mine and another band, Boundless Chaos and Idle Ruin, with Malefactors. Very good, thrashy, speedy stuff. There's more death metal from Idle Ruin. I have one other release. I know Idle Ruin does. I was trying to find it, but they sent me a shirt along with this. I don't know if it's from a quote in one there. I can't remember if it was from this release or not. I can't find it at the moment. But the shirt on the back says, "Sit back and watch them shatter like glass," which I like. Also, this is in no particular order. Should have said that. Alright, next up. Algebra, Chiroptera. Another band I found through the Metalhead box. You'll notice a lot of these I found through the Metalhead box. And what can I say? It's really good. Unspeakable Acts and Dark Descent co-released this, and if anyone knows anything about those two record labels, whatever you want to call them, they put out some really good stuff. Speaking of really good stuff off really good labels, these next two will definitely be on there, and I think I did reviews for them before. First up is Hell, Frost, and Fire, Fire, Frost, and Hell. Great debut album from this band. Holy shit. This is just like Black and Death. Very satanic sounding. Almost gives me Belphegor and like early Bloodbath and Suffocation vibes at points, in the riffing and the vocals. Oh, so good. Now this is and that's off Transcending Obscurity, as well as this Morgue Supplier with Inevitability. This is some death grind done right. When I finally got this in the mail, like I didn't listen to anything on this until I got it in the mail because I wanted to be surprised, and holy shit, this was so damn catchy. I listened to pretty much this and Cal Decap consistently for like a week. Having spun this about 20 times that week, and Cal Decap's Death Atlas only a couple of times that week because that one was just so much more addicting. Next up was a band that released this all the way back in January, and I almost thought that wasn't from 2022. Druid Lord, Relics of the Dead. My introduction to them was this album. In terms of music, I actually found out about them through, surprise, the Metalhead box, and this album didn't disappoint. This was such a goddamn good Death Doom album. It's up there with, actually what's up next is, not gonna be spoiled, but like Acid Witch, who I really wish I picked up their album, because that would have been such a good album to add to my small Acid Witch collection, which is sad because I love Acid Witch. Next up is Temple of Void. with Summoning the Slayer. Another great Death Doom album. I kind of put it on for like the more rainy and grim days, just because of how slow it is. Honestly, it does help the day go by faster, ironically. So yeah. Next up is a band I haven't really seen anyone put in, and this case is just shit for holding it, but this is Sayor with Origins. I mean, I can't really say too much. God damn it. I mean, I like Sayor. I just prefer the early work, but this is still a damn good album. Definitely some black metal that you should definitely add if you're into the more like Celtic-esque vibe. Next up is Chemicide with Common Sense. This is very like surfy, kind of like fun stuff that I don't really see many people talk about. Got it. What's funny is I got the shirt along with the Druid Lord shirt back when I got multiple Metalhead boxes because I wanted to help my collection grow exponentially, and that was like the only way I knew how to do it. But maybe I should just gone like one regular box and one of the one shirt and 4 CD boxes, because that would have been much more helpful and that and a lot less clutter. But this is, so I got that shirt, and then like a month or two later I actually got this in the Metalhead box, so it was like perfect. I didn't even need to do anything spectacular and like go on my way to try and find like a good Chemicide album, but that was just kind of a fun album from them. Next up is a band I mean, you can tell. I mean, it's the Great Heathen Army by Amon Amarth. What can I say? This is the first Amon Amarth album I've picked up. A lot of these are the first albums or CDs I picked up from these bands, mind you. I actually liked this more than most of their other catalog. Great stuff. I honestly can't believe no one really talks about that. Alright. Next up is Body Snatcher with Bleed Abide. Great deathcore album. I mean, what can I really say? Nothing over the top crazy that doesn't I don't really know what to say about this because I don't really know much about Body Snatcher. Beholder with Arcane Subreptus is next. Great black and thrash metal. Very much more on the blackened side, but I do like that the CD is kind of meant to give a nod to old school vinyls. Um, yeah, I mean, this whole fucking album is just an assault, honestly. Next up, people are not going to be happy about this, but creator hate overall. And before you say anything, no, this was not going to be in my top 10 to begin with. I love creator. I've loved them since I found them through Gods of Violence. More specifically, the song Satan is Real. I love Pleasure to Kill. I love Coma of Souls. I love Phantom Antichrist. Phantom Antichrist. Jesus. I listened to this and I was like, it's alright. And the more I listen to it, the more I can enjoy it, but I still think it's alright lyric-wise. The riffs are still but it's still good enough to me that it's on this list. And hearing them do Hate Uber Alles and Strongest of the Strong live was honestly a pleasant surprise. And speaking of thrash metal, Razor Cycle of Contempt. I first Razor album I picked up and since finding out about them, and I love it. This is just a fun as all fuck Canadian thrash metal album that I think people were like, it's alright, but you know, it's not as good as their other work. And speaking of that stuff, we got a very popular band here. Although it's very underground, you might not have heard of them, but they're very popular among fans. Meshuggah with Immutable. I hope I'm saying that right. This is some awesome fucking just progressive gent, as they've been dubbed. And yeah, hearing some of these songs live, like Broken Cog and The Abysmal Eye and like Shortening Fuse, was just incredible. I was really happy to see them. Next up, Megadeth, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. I think that this is a very close second to Dystopia in terms of their recent discography. This is Megadeth proving once again why they are one of the best in the Bay Area thrash metal scene. Yep, so got a few more before my top 10. Next up, Revocation with Nether Heaven. One of the most hellish sounding albums and most technical albums I've heard all damn year, and especially from these guys. These guys put anger in their music, and it is played out so damn well. So it's well thought. It's not, oh well, we're gonna just do this. Like I think it's the self-titled has the Dyer's Eve cover. Not only do I actually prefer that over Metallica's version, because there's bass. It is much angrier and it's heavier and even faster. It makes me want to just mosh. And mosh I shall do. Next up, Morbid Cross with Ungodly Infestation. This is some New Jersey thrash metal with a little bit of death metal thrown in there for good measure. And I love it. Got it through the Metalhead box, and I mean, there's no lyrics, but I don't even need it because it's just such a fun as fuck album. Really, really good. Just if you want something to get you through the day that isn't over the top. Excuse me. I bit off my whole nail instead of the hangnail. I got the hangnail with it, but whatever. I think. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Morbid Cross. Very phenomenal. Next up, Goat Horror. Angels Hung from the Arches of Heaven. Very fun, extreme metal album from these guys. I always saw them as a black and thrash metal band, but this is much more on the extreme side than like thrash. Which nothing wrong with that, honestly. And again, these are in no particular order. This is just kind of how I have, how I'm pulling everything. Last three before we get to the top 10. I think we all know this one was going to be on here, and a lot of people shit on this band. I didn't like it at first, but when I got used to it, and now I love it. This is Undeath with It's Time to Rise from the Grave. Okay, I think there's someone setting off fireworks. And it sounds like someone's just at the door, so I apologize. This is just all around just old school death metal from these dudes. I mean, they play in a way that doesn't feel boring. That's just and when I just got this and I didn't realize it came out this year, and then I was like, oh, well, I can put that in the end of the year list if I actually enjoy it, and here we are. Wish I had more time with this, but I got this in my last Metalhead box. I think you guys know. This is old school Swedish death metal. This is fucking Exorcist with Deadly Possession. I fucking love this. Honestly, this is a great just all around fun as fuck, old school death metal, and very Swedish, very old school Swedish death metal. You can definitely tell they have that vibe of like the old Entombed, like Left Hand Path Entombed, and the fuck's that other band? Unleashed or Bloodbath is one of the ones I'm thinking of. Whichever one. Or both, actually. But very fun. drenched in fucking gore. And now, the last one the last album before the last 10, Ingested, Ashes and Light. Still a very fun album from these guys, but wish it was much more in vein of like the Surruption or some of their earlier material where it was much more brutal slamming death / deathcore, whatever the fuck, I don't care, rather than hardcore. And again, these are in no particular order, but this is how I have them. For the top 10, there isn't order I'm going to be pulling them off in, but this is not to say that one is truly better than the other, because I don't think that at all. This is the faster than the fucking devil split. Honestly, I really like this. Very speedy, very blackened, crust punk, whatever the fuck. Oh, excuse me. Assault from these guys. Sorry. Very. This was on rotation for a while. Let me just say that. Number 9 is Puke Wraith with Banquet of Scum. I think I found this. Yeah, so in one of the last 2 Metalhead box unboxings from Ryan over at Metal Viking 82, his channel, he got this and another one from, I think it was Severed Records, and I mean, this is also in Super Rot, but either way, get this, because this is some brutal stuff. I mean, very cartoonish, but very fucking just sewery, sludgy, grimy, gory death metal, and very puke-esque sounding. Number 8. I'm surprised not many people have this on their album of the year list, considering how big it was. This is Worm Shepherd with Ritual Hymns. This is honestly probably one of my favorite pieces of deathcore that I've heard all year round. Honestly, I think it's better than Lorna Shore. But it didn't stick with me quite as much, but it was still a damn good piece. And before you ask, well, if it didn't stick with you much, why is it in your top 10? It's my list, and you know, I just wanted to get this over with. So don't like it. And I know I just said Worm Shepherd was better than Lorna Shore, but Lorna Shore, I think I had it on rotation much more. And the fact that I got it for Christmas was incredible. Hearing these songs live was also a treat, and I was also just pleasantly surprised with the storytelling that each song has. Honestly, you could take, besides my top 2, I guess my top 2, since I got 2 albums that are number 1. My top 2 are very interchangeable, and I'll explain that in a moment here. Number on think 7. Whatever number we're on. No, this is number 6. Sorry. Number 6, Omens by Lamb of God. Very pissed off. This brings back like the energy of Late to Rest or Redneck, where you're just pissed off and you want to make someone listen to you, and you're like, motherfucker, listen to me, and you're just like, say who gives a fuck, cause I don't. But all right, number 5, I think. Whatever fucking number. Yeah, 5. God, having the 2 albums is throwing me off. This is Surruption with Yord. Now, you have all seen me wear the fucking hoodie. Which I have. Hold on. Right here. Surruption on one sleeve. Yord on the back. Then back of it has the art. It says Unique Leader. And under it, I've worn the hell out of that because that is my only death metal hoodie. The only other metal band well, I have a couple. I have Slayer, I have Megadeth / Lamb of God from their tour last year, and I just have a straight up Lamb of God. So you guys know that this has been a old school Swedish tech death band that I've enjoyed since finding them. Next up, Falls of Rhoros, Key to a Vanishing Future. As soon as I heard that this came out this year, it skyrocketed to my top 5. I could not pass up Falls of Rhoros, and if you guys know Falls of Rhoros, which I don't think anyone watching my channel wouldn't know, but if you don't, please go check them out. They're awesome fucking dudes. Put out genuinely great atmospheric black metal. Number 3, Molder Engrossed in Decay. I am fighting the glare here. I am so sorry. This helps. No, it does not. Not really. Very good death, sort of thrashy, slimy sort of stuff. The artwork is very fitting for it, because holy fucking shit, this shit just kills you from beginning to end. From the first note of Gluttonous Remains to the last note of Cask of Maggots, you're just barraged in it, and I really wish I got to see them with this next band. I messed that up. I really wish I got to see them with Exhumed, To the Dead. Now this is interchangeable with my next 2 albums, which are my number 1 spot. It can be interchanged with either one of them. I mean, this is such a goddamn good death grind album. I don't know what to say about this that hasn't been said already. Next up is Conveying the Great Below and Desolate Shrine, Fire hold up, Fires of the Dying World. I've butchered that so many times. Trying to make this video, but Kavayan, I'm assuming it said that way. Swedish atmospheric, sort of Viking and pagan-esque black metal, very melodic black metal. Just in your face, hits you like a brick. I know Lonnie over Classy Metal, Lonnie had this in his list, and I really wish a lot more people paid attention to this, because when I got this through the Metalhead box, I was so happy. And yes, I'm wearing the Molder shirt that I got in the Metalhead box. Desolate Shrine of Fires of Dying World. This is some dark, dissonant, cavernous death metal that I was so sad didn't get through the Metalhead box. Now, how I found it through, that is not getting the box itself, but rather I know Ryan and Lonnie went and put I don't know what I'm saying. They got this album through the Metalhead box, and when they said that each release gets better through this band, I went out, checked out everything, and when I first heard this, I was so disturbed that I pressed pause and put on, like, I think it was, like, I don't remember what, but I was like, oh god, this is so disturbing. But the more I watched those videos, the more I really, really wanted it. And I finally broke down and bought it because I wasn't getting it, and I didn't get it through the box this year. But holy fucking shit. It's incredible. But yes, these two are my number one spot. This could technically be in there. It's very interchangeable between these three. If it's not, it's at least one of these and that one. It's either these two or one of these two with this. So again, that's not to say that any of these other albums sucked or what have you. This is just to say, hey, I like this. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. And as always, keep it in the motherfucking pit.